Have you ever felt like a complete rookie when it comes to dealing with professional contractors as a new real estate investor? I get it. You don't want to lose money and you don't want to be taken advantage of. It can be really challenging to navigate the process of hiring a contractor, understanding the crazy lingo, and then ensuring that they deliver as promised. Straight up, this whole process can be mad intimidating. But don't worry. Just like a rookie can learn from their coaches and teammates on a sports team, you too can learn some valuable lessons to level up your contractor game to make sure that you don't get ripped off on your next renovation. In today's video, I'm going to give you 7 cheat codes to make sure that you don't get ripped off by a contractor on your next renovation project. Now, before I give you the 7 cheat codes to make sure that you don't get ripped off by your next contractor, take a second for me and hit that subscribe button and get yourself a copy of my free ebook, The Rookie Real Estate Investor. I'll put the link below in the description. Cheat code number 1 to avoid getting screwed by your next contractor. Do your homework. Before hiring a contractor, it's important to do your research. This means checking on their credentials, their references, and previous work. Don't just take their word for it. Ask for recommendations from friends, family, and other real estate investors who have had a positive experience with that contractor in the past. In addition to personal recommendations, you can also use online resources such as social media, Google reviews, and testimonials on the contractor's website to get a better understanding of their reputation, their experience, and their likelihood of giving you the best renovation possible. Remember, if it's not a heck yes, then it's a heck no. By doing your homework and taking the time to research your potential contractor, you'll have a better chance of avoiding any unpleasant surprises down the road. Cheat code number 2, get everything in writing. Now this one's a game changer. Before starting any work, make sure you get a clear scope of work in writing. This should include timelines, cost estimates, and any other important details. You also want to make sure you get a contractor agreement to ensure that both you and the contractor are on the same page from day one. I had my lawyer draw up a construction template contract for less than $500, and trust me when I say it has saved me thousands in getting ripped off from contractors numerous times. Now you don't have to go full out all legal like I did, but it's important to have a document prepared between yourself and your contractor to make sure everybody is protected. Make sure that in the scope of work you have your materials and labors broken down so you can see exactly what's happening. And keep in mind also, the first quote is not always the last quote. Don't be afraid to renegotiate, ask questions, and ensure you're getting the best and most fair deal possible. Having everything in writing not only helps you prevent misunderstandings, but it can also protect you in the event of a dispute. Plus, having a strong agreement in place will help you take advantage of the other cheat codes and ensure that you have a successful working relationship with you and your contractor. If you have any questions about what to include in a construction contract, leave me a comment below and I'd be happy to give you some answers. Cheat code number 3, check in regularly. Checking with your contractor on a regular basis is crucial to ensure that the work is progressing as planned. Now you can do this through regular phone calls, emails, or even in-person visits. Now if you're unable to check in regularly yourself, consider hiring a property manager or even a third-party professional to help you out with this. Now I'm primarily a long-distance investor, and I've had great success checking in on my renovations using WhatsApp video or even YouTube live streaming. Both of these options let you check in on your contractor's progress and allow you to save the video so you can review it later. Now don't be afraid here to spend an extra little money to check in on your work as it's going. Trust me, it's worth the investment to ensure that everything's on track and the work is being done properly. I pay my property manager more than $25 an hour, and trust me, it's worth every penny. Quick tip. Make sure to work in those regular check-ins into that contractor agreement. You can also add in provisions for pictures and video updates to make sure that you are always in the know. Regardless if you're in person or you're long distance, videos and pictures are going to be your best friend when it comes to checking in on the work. By checking in regularly, you can address any issues early on and avoid any delays or any problems down the line. Because when it comes to renovations, time is money. Cheat code number 4, don't pay for everything up front. Please, please, please guys, don't fall for the biggest red flag in the game. A contractor who asks for the full amount up front before completing the work. This is a sign that the contractor might not be so trustworthy or even intend to complete the work as promised. Instead, negotiate a payment plan that's tied to milestones or completed work. Now, it's common for contractors to ask for a percentage of the payment up front, such as a deposit, but it's best to avoid paying for everything up front. It just causes a lot of trouble. Put this payment plan into your agreement as well to make sure that you have some actual teeth in the event of a dispute. A common payment structure that's worked for me is 40% upfront to cover the initial materials and maybe some labor costs, and then payments in 10% increments as milestones are completed. Hit that like button for me if you think this is a good idea. By tying payments to specific milestones, you ensure that your contractor is actually motivated to complete the work on time and to the agreed upon quality. This also protects you from paying for work that has not been completed or work that is not satisfactory. Cheat code number 5, keep track of those expenses. Now, this is a must-know cheat code. It's essential to track your expenses related to the contractor's work to ensure that you're not being overcharged and that the contractor is staying within the agreed upon budget. I personally use dealcheck.io to run my renovation budget, and then I use Stessa for both my property management and renovation management tools. These help me keep things super organized for myself, my investors, and best of all, my accountant. Make sure that you update your invoice payments as they're submitted to your contractor so that you're staying on top of your expenses to avoid getting ripped off by an unethical contractor or worse, being overcharged. Don't be afraid to ask for help from other investors, a property manager, or even a friend to help keep track of your expenses and make sure that you stay within your budget. Cheat code number 6, hold that contractor accountable. Listen, if the contractor doesn't deliver as promised, it's essential to address any issues as they arise and hold them accountable for their work. It all goes back to having a strong contractor agreement back in cheat code number 2. Investing in a property is a big investment. Trust me, I know. But you've worked so hard to get the deal. Don't let a lousy contractor ruin it here for you. Hey, listen up. Here's a secret to getting the best out of your contractor for any renovation. I give an early work incentive for early completion and a penalty for late completion. I like to give $250 for early completion and then a penalty for $250 for any work that's completed late. Listen, when I introduced this to my contractors, I started getting unbelievable results and an unbelievable level of accountability. Let me know in the comments if this tactic's gonna work for you and your next renovation project. Cheat code number 7, know when to walk away. Even with all the precautions and cheat codes, a contractor simply might not be the right fit for your project. It's important to recognize the signs and know when to walk away. If a contractor doesn't have the experience or isn't able to commit the necessary time to complete your project, it might be best to look for someone else. Don't be fooled by these colorful smoke and mirrors by some of these big time contractors. If they're better at posting on Instagram than actually swinging a hammer, it might be time to reconsider. It's crucial to know when to walk away, as this could save you time, money, and stress in the long run. Now guys, real estate investing is simply the best. I mean, it really is. It can be lucrative, rewarding, and truly the best way for everyday people to build some crazy wealth for themselves and their families. But it's essential that you take the necessary precautions to avoid getting ripped off by some of these slimy contractors. By following these 7 cheat codes, you can ensure that you're working with a reputable contractor who's able to deliver as promised, and best of all, making your investment a huge success. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you haven't already, take a second and like this video and subscribe to the channel and join the First Position family. You can also check me out on Instagram here to see what I'm up to on a day-to-day basis. Finally, guys, if you're interested in investing in real estate and thinking about partnering up with an experienced investor like myself, give me a call today or check out my website at www.investwithisaiah.com. I'll put the link in the description below. Isaiah Henry, First Position Real Estate. Shout out to the First Position family. We love you guys, and I'll see you all on the next video.